Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I will speak about the Sony 14mm F1.8 G Master wide angle lens, and we will find out why this lens is the best 14mm lens that you can buy these days. As always, first I will show you the specs, then I will show you some test images, and after that we will come to the conclusion. This lens has a focal length of 40mm, a maximum aperture of f1.8 to f16, a minimum focus distance of only 25 cm. It has 14 elements in 11 group. It has autofocus, unfortunately no image sterilization. It has no threads on the front, but it has a rear filter. It has a diameter of 83mm and a length of 99mm. It weighs 460 grams and has a price tag of 1,500 euro. The Sony FE 14mm F1.8 G Master lens is of the excellent build quality we have come to expect from a G Master lens. It is very compact and lightweight for the focal length. This lens comes with the standard focus and aperture rings seen on the most newer G Master prime lenses from Sony. The aperture ring is disc clickable, which is nice if you are planning to adjusting your aperture while shooting video. There is an AF/MF switch, which is nice if you are shooting Astro photography and you don't want the focus to wander. Additionally, the inclusion of a focus hold button is handy. It can also be customized to serve other purposes. The integrated lens hood protects the front lens element, and the lens cap is cup shaped to protect the lens. Because of this lens shape you can't use traditional screw-on filters, but the lens has an option to incorporate filter onto the rear side of the lens. But there are also some third-party adapters available for front mounting filters, but many people will be using this lens for low light and Astro photography where filters aren't needed. This lens is a workhorse designed with functionality in mind. It is fully features and handles well with comfortable rubber rings to grip. It also balanced well on the Sony mirrorless cameras due to its smaller size. The high quality weather sealing makes me unconcerned when using this lens in rain or snow. The only downside was my concerns about the shape. I was worried about scratching the front element, which is kind of bulbous, and the lens cap doesn't easily slip to my back pocket due to the large shape. You definitely have to be more careful with this lens. However, this is a character trait of super wide lenses, so there isn't really a good solution with other manufacturers. As expected for a Sony G Master lens, this lens focuses extremely well. When paired with the latest generation cameras like the Sony A7 IV, it tracks subjects very well. Of course, focus usually isn't an issue with such a wide focal length. Even at f1.8 the hyperfocal distance to have everything in focus out to infinity is around 1.8 meter. This makes getting landscape sharp in your frame quite straightforward. When shooting astrophotography, this lens can be easily switched to manual focus with the included focus switch. Additionally, the manual focus ring can be combined with the Sony focus peaking setting to quickly establish what elements are in focus. Even at f1.8 in low light situation it locks focus very quickly. Video shooters will appreciate the silent focus motors, and the manual focus ring has a smooth but firm feeling. With a minimum aperture of f1.8, this lens excels in low light. I was so amazed at the outstanding low light performance that I can't wait to do more astrophotography with it. It does have a slight vignette at f1.8 and it disappears nearly at f2.8, but that can be easily corrected in Lightroom. This lens produces also nice sun stars, as you can see here. The sharpness of this lens is exceptional. It is extremely sharp throughout the frame and throughout the aperture range. Here you can see the sharpness test at f1.8. In the center at 200% zoom you see excellent sharpness and contrast. But the corners are softer. There is no big improvement if we stop down to f2.8, as you can see here. At f5.6 you will get excellent sharpness in the middle again and small improvements in the corner. At f11 you will get the same results in the middle and the corners. And here you can see the four images side by side. 200% zoom in the middle and 200% zoom in the corners. A wide-angle lens is not really designed to take portraits or produce a lot of bokeh, but with the f1.8 aperture you can achieve very good results. Here are two samples. If we take a look at the bokeh balls, we see round balls, but unfortunately some onion rings. Here is a bokeh at the aperture of f2.8. Here at an aperture of f5.9 and here at f10. Now a comparison of all 4 images at 100% zoom in the center and 100% zoom in the corner. Many people are curious about the chromatic aberration of this lens. Sony has claimed that they have mostly eliminated issues here, but in my testing there is a bit at the minimum aperture of f1.8. Despite this, it is still one of the best lenses on the market for architecture and astrophotography. Unfortunately, we don't have the Milky Way season yet, but I took a photo of the stars with it. We already have very good sharpness at f1.8. Here at 200% zoom in the center, and when we go into the corners, we also see very good results for such a wide lens. If we stop down to f2.8, we see only slight improvements, so that you can really use the lens at open aperture, which is a great advantage in astrophotography. Here you can see the images side by side. Now 200% zoom in the center, and here 200% zoom in the corner. Overall, I was very impressed with the image quality of this lens. But what about the alternative to this lens? If you're in the market for ultra-wide lens, the Sony 14mm F1.8 GM is one of the best choices. It offers a very fast aperture and excellent image quality. Sigma offers a 14mm F1.8 lens for an equal price, but it doesn't have quite as many features and also doesn't come close to the Sony's sharpness, especially in the corners. There is a new Sigma 14mm F1.4 out now. It is way better than the old one. The sharpness is equal to the Sony 14mm, but it's bigger and more heavy. Additionally, you might be concerning the Samyang 14mm f2.8. It is an inexpensive alternative, but it's not as fast as the Sony and not nearly as sharp. I will compare both lenses in the next week and show a review on my channel. So please subscribe so you will not miss it. When compared with the competition, the Sony 14mm f1.8 is definitely a clear winner. At around €1,500, it is a bit pricey, but as they say, you get what you pay for. Top-notch quality costs money, especially when it comes to lenses, and the cheaper alternative won't deliver the same performance. Some retailers have discounts campaigns from time to time. If you combine these with the cashback promotions from Sony, you can get this lens a lot cheaper. If you need a fast wide-angle lens for things like architecture or astrophotography, this is it. Cheaper alternative to this lens either sacrifice max aperture or focal length. If you want top quality and the widest, fastest aperture, this lens is the best choice. This lens is another stunning lens in the Sony G-Master lineup. It offers everything you could ask for a fast wide-angle prime. You get what you pay for and quality lens without sacrificing aperture or focal length, and fortunately this lens holds its value. Given the price of this wide low aperture prime, it's a bit of a special lens, but it will be the prime choice for Sony astrophotographers. Overall, I really enjoyed using this lens. With that in mind, you have to know it's worth the money. No question, it's the best 14mm lens on the market at the moment, but it's also a very special lens. Since I also do a lot of astrophotography and time lapses, it was a logical consequence for me to upgrade to this lens. But if you don't have such special interests, it's probably not easy to spend so much money for it. Nevertheless, it is the best 14mm lens out now and I can highly recommend it. What do you think about this lens? Feel free to write it in the comments down below. And if you like this review, I would be happy if you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please write it in the comments down below. I will try to answer everyone. See you next time.